All right, good evening. Welcome to another episode of The Pop-Up, coming to you live from the Black Media Matter Studios here in downtown Seattle. I'm your host, Omari Salisbury, known on the streets of the Central District as the Big O. We got a great show in tap for you tonight. And what they were saying beforehand is it's a whole lot of chocolate. That is your cue there, Mr. Director, to go ahead and put that graphic up as we're joined by Monika C. Mathews and Kiesha B. Free.
Yes. Yeah. We in the house tonight.
Definitely, and I can tell this is going to be one of those shows where it's going to be lots of ad-libs and all kinds of other good stuff going on all night long. We got a nice graphic for you, though. I was just waiting for it. He was bugging me about it. He's like, man, when I get to play, there it is.
Yeah, you see all that chocolate, boy? We taking over tonight.
All right. So before we get into it, man, we got to pay some bills. Give a big shout out to We Rise Wines. We Rise Wines, located on 2nd Avenue, right across the street from the Moore Theater. Big shout out to Jamila Conley and crew over there. I'm talking about it's a place that's for us, by us, with a lot of great wine selection from across the Pacific Northwest, nationally and internationally. It's the place to be, but it doesn't stop right there. The wines, excellent food selection there. There's also an event space. Man, support those people that support us here at Converge. Visit WeRiseWines.com. And other is going on right now. I see me, Gil put it in the show, but our guy, Paul Sanders, is up there right now. And that's the Washington Bust candidate survivor going on up at Numos. Eric was up there earlier. Met some of the candidates. It's wild up there at Numos. We'll see who gets voted off the stage. Big shout out to the Washington Bust, though, for creating a space for engagement to meet candidates kind of, in a new format. A lot of times we meet them and they sound like robots. So good stuff going on there. Now let's get to some introductions. Oh, well, before the introduction, we got to give a big shout out. And these guys were hanging out there earlier. Big shout out to Coleman Commons.
Yes.
Yeah, Coleman
Beautiful
Commons
space.
right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Seattle's premier waterfront cultural venue and creative event destination, uniquely located in the historic Coleman building, where the waterfront meets Pioneer Square. You can visit ColemanCommons.com to book a space for your upcoming event. That's right. You need to support that.
That space is top notch.
Yeah, get up in. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And we're going to have an opportunity for full testimonial from you here shortly. Let's get into the introductions. I think we're starting first with Kiesha B. Free. Yeah, there it is. Kiesha B. Free is a speaker, facilitator, and cultural producer whose work spans media, arts, technology, and community engagement. Also the founder of Hey Black Seattle. She creates experiences that deepen connection and invite people into more intentional ways of living, leading, and relating. Kiesha B. Free, welcome back to the Black Media Matter Studios.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. It is always a joy to meet you in the studio.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you here. Well, we can't do one without the other. Next up, I'm talking about this buddy here, Monika C. Mathews. There she is a CEO, boss of QueenCare Products and Life Enrichment Group. Combining her entrepreneurial spirit with a passion for community empowerment. Her work bridges business and social impact by fostering resilience in underserved communities through youth-focused leadership and life skill initiatives. Monika C. Mathews, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. Just beautiful. I'm just so inspired by the space. Oh, the new Coleman Commons and just everything you're doing here at Converge is top notch for real.
Well, thank you. You know, it means a lot when you guys come back here and you have compliments for us, because you've actually you have a span here where you've seen, like, growth over time. And sometimes it hasn't always been like that. We fall off every once in a while.
Yeah, but you're still here. We still together.
People come there and be like, "Ooh," but we got a good vibe going right now, and I'm glad that you guys are here for it and that you see it and you see our growth.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. It really is, and it's inspiring. I think we just need to see more spaces like that, because just to watch the growth, like you said, I mean,
Okay.
something.
Well, we're going to get into it, because you was definitely popping it back there in
Let's
the green
get into
room.
it.
And so, all right. So the way that this show works, and I don't know if it's going to work, with these two right here, I don't know.
We came to take
if
over,
the show is actually
Big O.
going to work
Monica's
like
the
that.
ringleader.
But
She want to blame me. See how that go?
what we do is we got a few headlines here in the first part of the show. We're going to go over some headlines, and we're going to talk about some things that are going on here nationally and locally. Is that good?
Yeah, that sounds
okay.
good.
All right, Mr. Director, let's get it going. Let's see here. First up, all right, Starbucks shifting center of gravity worries Washington officials. In an article for the Seattle Times Business Reporter, Paul Roberts details a growing concern among Washington officials regarding Starbucks' potential shift of its corporate center of gravity from Seattle to Nashville. State leaders are uneasy about its expansion into Tennessee, particularly given the recent layoffs and store closures that have diminished Starbucks' presence in the state. The article highlights a briefing prepared, which framed a meeting with Starbucks CEO Brian Niccol as an opportunity to address the company's concerns over Washington's tax climate and to argue for the state's continued value as a hub for innovation and talent. Now, we'll start with you first, Kiesha B. Free. I think we've been seeing it all in the news. I mean, for me, it's like Starbucks have been disappearing for a while. I mean, I remember Magic Johnson Starbucks that was there by Franklin, which was dope, and of course 23rd and Jackson. There's the one that was on Capitol Hill, the premium one. Starbucks going to Tennessee. It looks like they're out the door. Any thoughts?
Well, I feel like in this capitalistic economy society that we have, it should be no surprise to people who wanted to, tax the wealthy, get more revenue in from the folks who are making a lot of money. I think you're going to see people like that be like, you know what, I can get this done somewhere else and reduce my costs. And, and I just think that should be no surprise. Go ahead. But I'm most worried about, what is the plan? Who's been thinking about the chess moves a couple of steps ahead? When somebody like that, when a corporation like that moves or starts moving jobs to Nashville, what about the people who are going to be here who now need some place to work? I hope that the folks who were like, yes, let's do this with the tax code, I hope that they have thought a couple steps ahead and they have some way that they're going to be programmatically taking care of the folks who will not have a job.
Yeah. Monika,
Yeah, I'd like to think that our leaders and the people that we put in office have thought 2 and 3 steps ahead, and they're not just pushing legislation for the moment or for what's popular. I would like to think that as far as Starbucks as a business owner, you got to do what you got to do. And when it gets to be too expensive, when it gets to be, I mean, you can't be mad at them making that decision. But, I also have a perspective of, move out the way, because there's other small coffee shops
so many
that have gotten an opportunity because there's no more Starbucks. Those small businesses are now, being able to have space to get their product out there. And guess what? It might be better than Starbucks. So, I mean,
Yeah, Seattleite, born and raised here. The Starbucks thing, for me, it goes back a long, 16, 17 years, man. When they sold the Sonics, it was a lot of people.
We ain't forgave him
this
yet
is the latest
for that.
iteration
Let's be real.
of like but it ain't sat right. And you know, I definitely understand on the business side. I mean, people, you know, just the nature of how things work in our country. People are gonna go do business, and they're gonna do business at the lowest cost to do business. But you know, it's interesting. I can say with Starbucks is just that, you know, there is a lot of people who stopped just drinking Starbucks a long time ago, and they had everything to do with the Sonics. And by the way, please bring back our Sonics.
Bring them back. Come on back.
All right. Speaking of Sonics and basketball, man, check this one out. Next one here, we're talking about the Storm. The Seattle Storm launches year-round literacy initiative for young readers. According to an article by Kiesha Doyle in the Seattle Media, that's our people, the Seattle Storm have partnered with PIMCO Insurance to launch the Power Forward Readers, a year-round youth literacy initiative aimed at preventing summer learning loss and building children's reading confidence. By teaming up with local library systems and organizations, the program hopes to reach over 8,000 students this summer through fan book drives, home library donations, and reading initiatives that include Storm prizes and game experiences. All right, Monica.
I'm pushing
both
this.
you guys is big Storm fans. We'll start with you though, Monica.
Yes, I love the Storm. Shout out to the Storm, but I'm also pushing this initiative because reading is fundamental. We remember that little phrase, right? Yeah. It really is. And, you know, they build prisons based upon third grade reading scores of Black children, you know, and I work in the schools and I see the conditions of our children in these schools. Some of them cannot read. And I'm like, how did you get to the 5th and 6th grade and these fundamentals are not there? And that's a really serious thing, and it's sad, and it's actually, we need to be concerned about that, and we need to enroll our kids in these type of educational opportunities, you know, put on by these great organizations, and get educated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no, I seen you at the Storm, the season opener.
Hey.
So we already know we hearts.
She was on the floor too. Oh,
listen,
it was a good time.
Keisha, a big deal.
Yes,
Oh
she
my
You know what I'm saying?
Little me.
But Keisha, a big deal. So the Storm, I mean, this is the kind of things that we want to see from good our corporate neighbors.
Yes, this is. I was thinking about the juxtaposition of these two companies that we just talked about. When I think about the Storm, I feel like they are an organization that has continued their investment in community. They did not back down from their commitment to social justice initiatives when a lot of people did.
Yep.
And so when you think about who do I want to keep close and keep in community, and think about somebody like Starbucks and the values that they have put forth, look, I would much rather see things like what the Storm are doing, really investing in youth and literacy, and just, I'm really pleased. I'm really excited to hear this, and I'm not surprised to hear that the Storm are doing great things.
Yeah. I mean, it's the reason why people love the Storm in Seattle. They, outside of, like, you know, on the court, they are a great organization off the court.
Just to add to it, it did come out in the news today that the reading proficiency of the students in Washington State schools has went down.
Yeah. Especially since the pandemic. I'm not shocked about it. And we really need to pay more attention to our children's education.
Yes.
Like, we need to get focused on that seriously, because these schools.
Yeah, I tell people, my mama always said she had no expectation of Seattle Public Schools to educate her children. She said
Come
that
on, Ma.
the education there started up. She was like, I mean, you know, my old guy with gray hairs, man. And this was many moons ago. I was a little kid. You know, she'd go to these meetings and everything else, and it'd be like, she would say to other Black people, we are fools if we're going to go and send our kids out here and expect them to learn everything that they're supposed to learn. Yeah. And man, my mama, I don't know where she found, she just have Encyclopedia Britannica and all this stuff.
Did you have the whole set? Oh,
come
like
on,
all
man.
of them?
And National Geographic. I'd be at home in the summer, man, reading books and all kinds of stuff, because she said that she didn't want to leave with the chance. And nothing against, I mean, some of the best teachers I ever had was Seattle Public Schools, but the whole point is that she was like, nah, I'm not trusting the system to educate my kids.
You better not, because they in there teaching them nothing.
But these are the things where it's like the people with the resources, and like, what are you providing? What are you doing in community? You could do something very practical if you address the needs that are surfacing in the world right now. People got real needs around food, around shelter, around literacy, there's so much real stuff that could be getting done, but some people just put their peacock feathers up.
Yeah.
And it's just like doing stuff for show. This is like help young people learning how to read.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, in my house, can I just say this?
Sure.
My son and I have this little joke when somebody do something or say something a little off or a little, dumber or whatever. We be like, that's that Seattle Public Schools education. Like, that's how bad it is.
Dang.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so don't let that be.
Oh, shout out to the teachers that's trying. Shout out to the teachers that's trying.
Yeah, there are good teachers within the school district. I'm not going to take that away, but,
Next story.
Lord mercy.
This is our buddy Ashley McGirt Adair. There it is. Mental health conference focuses on Black wellness and healing. In a recent article for the Seattle Times, writer Jayati Ramakarashan reports on 4th annual Reclaiming Wellness Conference, an event dedicated to Black wellness and healing. Hosted by the Therapy Fund Foundation, the conference serves as a space for communities of color to discuss mental health through the lens of culturally responsive care, community support, and addressing generational trauma. By bringing together mental health professionals and community leaders to discuss topics like systemic inequalities and racial trauma, the conference looked to break the silence surrounding mental health in Black and brown communities. Kiesha B, your thoughts?
We have come so far with mental health conversations in this country, at least. I feel like when I was much younger, it was very stigmatized to even signal that you might have something you need to work on mentally. And now to have something like this, I think it's just a powerful thing and a testament to Ashley and her team. They're doing really great work. To have something like the Therapy Fund Foundation, even having a directory that includes mental health professionals in it, I still tell people go to their website for that, specifically because they have a vetting process and they're really processing these healthcare providers, these mental health providers, with a lens of culturally responsive care. And so I really admire the work, and it looked like they had a great time. I was so sad to miss it.
Me too.
Dr. Timo was up there dancing before the keynote. Oh, it looked like it was a good time.
I have a deep respect for Ashley. Shout out to Ashley and all of the good work she's doing. I've had the pleasure of watching her start from the beginning too. It is very inspiring, but also, can we say free therapy that she provides? Therapy is not cheap. And I just love the fact that she's following her purpose and just putting it out, to the world, and just like she just came out with a book and just really putting out there the conversations that people may not, may be scared to talk about or, may have, just some hangups around. We got to start exposing these things. We have so many of us that are suffering in silence and things like that. And the Therapy Fund Foundation paves the way for people to really say, you know what, I don't have to go this alone. There's support. And it's free.
Yeah. Now, I mean, a few things. One, where you talked about vetting and everything else, it's been plenty of conversations with me and Ashley McGirt Adair, and where, early on, it's like a few years ago, everybody was a therapist. And so we have, there's two areas here where, we really got our radar up, and that's anything where someone claims to be an expert around health and finances. And man, it's quite a few people. Like, our thing is, our doors are open. We want to talk to people. But the first thing we do is we go to the state registry and see if they're because there's nothing wrong with being a community healer. There's nothing wrong. There's so many different roles. But, so that's one with with Ashley. She sent me all the links. Like, yeah, this is how you got to vet people, bro.
I know that's
But
right.
the Therapy Fund Foundation and seeing, can I get a camera here? There we go. Thank you, Eric. No, we're going to clip this and send this to Ashley. That's what I'm saying. I need a good shot here. Well, there you go.
There we go.
The Therapy Fund Foundation, we've been fortunate enough to be able to see it grow over the years here at Converge. And Ashley McGirt, way back when she was Ashley McGirt, and Ashley McGirt Adair has been a great partner with Converge. And a lot of times where there was really important conversations to be had in our community around trauma and grief, loss, suicide. I mean, there's so many different things where she's continuously showed up for our audience and everything else. So just want to say
much respect to that
So
queen.
much.
all right. We got one more here. Man, this guy is everywhere like air. And this
I'ma
is
use
bro.
that.
I'm talking about Deontay Damper. I mean, there he is right there. He's 2026, an amazing year for Deontay Damper. Of course, he was a grand marshal of the Seattle Pride Parade. But Deontay, keeping it here with the Seattle Medium, Deontay Damper is announced as a winner of the Best Community Advocate
All right
in
now.
Health. Come and give a
Best.
hand here for Deontay
Best of
Damper.
the best.
Yeah. And it's a lot. Man, did you get anything? Any of you guys? I don't want you to be here and be like, oh, we didn't put something on screen.
No,
What?
no,
Oh,
no.
you know what? I was a runner-up. I was a finalist for
No,
best
that's-
wellness spa. I'll take that.
I'm the
Well,
best
it's
in
good.
my heart.
Well,
Right. I don't need I don't need nobody to tell me
Well,
I'm the best of the best.
I will give a big shout out though to the Medium for
Yes.
for shaking up the
Yes.
market. You know, I think
Absolutely.
what the Medium did with the best of the best is really dope, and it's just a good conversation to have here. Quickly, the people should hear this. We actually got a lot of stuff. We talk about the Medium a lot of times here in the Emerald, and people should understand we're all competitors. You know what I'm saying? We're all fighting a lot of times for the same viewers and everything else, but at the same time, we all want each other to win, and oftentimes we end up helping each other along the way. But yeah, the Medium, they did their thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations to
Congratulations.
Deontay, to all the winners
To
out
all the
there,
winners,
all
you
the
know?
winners.
There's something about the best. It's not just the best, but it's the
Yeah.
best of the
It's
best.
the best of the best. All right. So we're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, man, we're going to dive into Hey Black Seattle. You're watching The Pop-Up. The culture, the music, the conversations that shape Seattle. The Pop-Up on Converge Media is your daily front row seat to the heartbeat of the Pacific Northwest. From the streets to the studio, we amplify the voices that matter most to you. We're moving the movement starting next Monday, July 20th. Catch the Pop-Up at our brand new time, live weeknights at 7 p.m. on all Converge platforms. Tap in, don't tap out.
Black women in Washington faced more than twice the risk of syphilis in 2024, but cases are falling as we learn the facts and look out for ourselves. Yet 1 in 10 pregnant cases were among Black women, but more than half of potential congenital cases were prevented with early care. Early testing makes a difference. Get tested and protect yourself. Protect your child. Protect the community.
Discover the raw, essential story of Northwest modernism through the Seattle Art Museum's Beyond Mysticism. This exhibition features over 150 pieces celebrating the region's natural beauty and urban life. Get your tickets today at seattleartmuseum.org. We'll see you there.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, Broadway's hit musical from Alicia Keys. It's raw, relatable, and refreshingly fun. Hell's Kitchen, playing the Paramount Theater July 21st through 26th.
All right, welcome back to the Pop-Up, coming to you live from the Black Media Matter studios here in downtown Seattle. What you saw right there was a photo montage. It said, "Hey Black Seattle" all over it. And we had Kiesha B free in some of those pictures. Kiesha,
Hey, that montage has my cheeks hurting. That made me happy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got to give you some production value over here. So for our guests that aren't aware, what is Hey Black Seattle?
So, Hey Black Seattle is a digital hub for Black life in the Puget Sound. It is it's a space, heyblackseattle.com, where you can go look for resources, you can look for jobs, you can look for events, all sorts of things. I like to call it, in short, a black bat signal to help people find their way around.
All right, we gonna put the bat signal up in the air. I like that. One thing, my observation of Hey Black Seattle, and we're getting ready to play a video here, is that Hey Black Seattle is a place where you're meeting people online, and then you're taking them offline and encouraging offline interaction and everything else, and then bringing them back online. And an example of that is Let's Meet Up, which was last year, and you did a bunch of meetups at some coffee shops. And this right here, this was me and you. We was hanging out out there, and this is the scene in South Park.
Yeah.
Hey Black Seattle, I'm Kiesha B, the founder of Hey Black Seattle, and we are here at the first stop of the Let's Pull Up Community Meetup Tour, and we're starting here at the scene at South Park. Hey Black Seattle is a hub of information for the Black residents of the Central Puget Sound. We're talking about folks who live in King, Pierce, Snohomish, Thurston, and Kitsap counties. It's all about helping people figure out where their opportunities to connect are. So we have a central online hub that shows you community organizations, all that are serving the Black community here to help people find their opportunities to connect. Today, we are kicking off the Hey Black Seattle Let's Pull Up Community Meetup Tour. This is a really special opportunity that we saw to amplify Black businesses that are in a similar area, these coffee shops that are community hubs, places where people can go to find other people in their local community to connect with. For Hey Black Seattle, we usually pick a spot and we have everybody travel and meet us there. This tour that we're doing and kicking off today is a way to find spots all over the region that people can come to so you have a better chance of meeting someone close to where you live and work. So that is why we decided to do a meetup tour. And we're kicking off today at the Scene at South Park.
The Scene in South Park is a community coffee cafe. We have coffee, all kinds of beverages, all kinds of treats and eats, and just a great communal environment. One of the things that makes the Scene unique and just the identity of it is we are the only Black-owned business ever. We're the only public-facing Black-owned business in South Park. So when you walk into the Scene, we hope you actually feel that in terms of the energy, the joy, the lift. So in addition to the coffee and the tea and the other beverages we have quiche, and we have okazu pans, and we have pastries, all made by Black-owned businesses. And so much of what we do has the seasoning of my culture. And so that's what I hope people feel when they come here and what they experience when they come here. So we are excited that we're a small event space. And so when people are thinking about where can I do like my paint and sip or my book club, and you're thinking, what's a nice place that already has food, already has ambiance, already has energy, and I don't have to worry about the setup or the cleanup? We want you to think about the Scene in South Park as an option for you. One of our hopes is that you'll start to see the Scene in South Park as a place where you can not only go to for your daily coffee and food experiences, but also for your intimate event space experiences. I think people are starting to get aware of how important, one, Black dollars are. Owning a small business, running these local nonprofits is really hard work. And when the community shows up, that is like the motivation and the fuel for us to keep going. Sometimes you can go days where you don't see each other, you don't see your people, so to speak. And that feels like, man, I want my people to know I'm here and serving, doing this for them. Kiesha has come in like a lightning rod and just executed with such excellence and poise and cleanness and clarity about what she's doing. And so the tour represents an opportunity for all of the community to actually show up for these small Black businesses. So I'm thankful that we get to be the first stop, and we're definitely looking forward to participating in all the other stops.
It is an incredibly important thing what Hey Black Seattle is doing, because it's really showing other Black folks that your people are here, your community is here, that feeling of belongingness is here, and they're putting it together to make it easy to actually find, because if you try to do it on your own, trying to piecemeal it together is very difficult. I've tried, it's so difficult.
This has been a very fortunate moment where I wanted to do this coffee shop meetup tour, but knowing that I could partner with Converge at the same time that ConvergeMedia is also putting resources behind supporting Black businesses, it really amplifies our opportunity to help given business when we're able to combine our resources and also model solidarity across different Black-owned organizations who have similar missions. Being able to multiply impact by working together is a really powerful thing, I think.
All right, Kiesha. Man, it was over a year and a half. It might even been almost two years ago. That was really dope because we had our Support Black Business campaign going on. And thank you again for joining hands with us. It's something we just cooked up here, me, Eric, Basic Gordon, in the middle of the night. How can we support Black businesses? And you're the first person that we reached out to, and you're like, yeah, whatever you need, whatever I can do, I'm here for it. And so thank you for that.
Well, thank you for reaching out. It's a huge blessing to be in a part of the country or a city, whatever you want to say, where there is a Black media organization that has the ability and the desire to execute around community amplification the way y'all do. And you're super nimble. And so you say, thought it up in the middle of the night, like, all right, well, you did that. You did that well. And it feels really good to know that there's so many of us who are like, we all want the same thing and we're willing to move together to get it done. So that feels good. So I'm honored that you thought of me.
Right. Well, thank you. Tell me now, this was, like I said, this was about I don't know, it was a while ago. Yeah. Man, what's going on with Hey Black Seattle since then to now? Because I know you got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, well, it has been, so I would say a solid about 3 years since I started building Hey Black Seattle. So in my mind, June 2023 is when this all got going. And it's been just beautiful reception from the people. We're almost up to about 2,000 registered members of HeyBlackSeattle.com.
That's definitely.
It's like you think about what it feels like to be in a room with 2,000 people. That feels like, I picture that, and that feels really good to know that we have that many people who are signed up. The social media thing, it feels very separate, but I take it as an indicator too. There's almost 18,000 people following us on Instagram, and we got a lot of people who are just saying we really need this. So right now what I'm focused on is making sure that we're serving those 2,000 people really well, and making sure that there's enough member education and onboarding so that people really can make the hub live up to its potential. Because folks are like, oh, you have a resource directory and an events calendar, but there's also a job board, there's also a product marketplace, there's real estate listings. There's so much that we could do with this hub if everybody saw it as a hub and thought of it as a place where it's like, if we inject this with a little bit of effort, thousands of people making a hub really robust, it can serve the region even more strongly. So right now I'm focused a lot on member experience, education, onboarding.
All right, good stuff. Look at it, say they got snaps tonight and everything.
Hey.
All right, but before we end this segment here, a question for you is, how do you view technology's role in our ability to make connections with people? And I should say quality connections with people.
Yes, because we were just talking about this in the green room, because I mentioned the Instagram thing, right? I'm like, I love that there's so much energy around the social media, but doing this work that I'm doing, I went into it thinking about using tech for good. I come from a tech background where I was building things for these corporations, and now I'm trying to build something with technology for my people. But while it has enabled me to build this resource that people can go to online to find things, the way that people find out about stuff so much right now is like social media, which I think it keeps people operating in a very surface level of engagement. It's almost like you think you're getting served, but you're not really getting served. You're getting like a little nugget of connection, but it's really, you're still alone. And so when people just look at the Instagram or they look at Threads and they're like, oh my God, I love what you're doing. I'm like, I appreciate that. But that's such a surface level of engagement, and you think that you've been served, but you're actually still trying to find your people in real life. So I appreciate what you said before about like bringing people offline too, because I think that technology is it's like junk food right now. It's tricking us into thinking we got nutrition when you ain't really get much.
Yeah.
Facts.
Any thoughts on that, Monica? Social media, as far as people connecting, quality connections, because man, connections be happening all the
Okay.
time.
Oh,
On
yeah,
the internet, we talking about
all
quality
right.
connections, though. In any category, by the way.
Keyword quality. Yeah, I agree that it's become junk food. There was a study out a few years ago that said the attention span of people was at 7 seconds. That was a few years ago. So it's probably like a second now. It's turning our brain into mush. All of this, the doom scrolling, all of the things. And it is a good, way to connect and to get information. But yeah, we need to come in person. Sometimes you need that hug. Yeah. Sometimes you need to reach out and touch somebody, as opposed to being behind there. And it's another way, it's isolating people more as well, being behind there.
What it's for, it's not really for connection.
Right.
It's data extraction.
Yes, it is.
We are the product. Our attention is the product. That's what it's for. So we're using it for our benefit to the best of our ability. But these platforms are really data extraction mechanisms.
Let's be real.
100%. Big Mama used to say, if you ain't paying for a product or service, you are the product or service.
Well,
So, I mean, it's just realistic. I won't go down this whole rabbit hole, but the average person should think now. I used to be in this business on the TV side, right? Years ago, building like streaming platforms. Do you know what the actual cost is if you had a server in your house and you had a fiber optic connection and you could go live and 10,000 people hop onto your phone? Like that's an actual cost. Like some of the things that people are experiencing through their phone and technology, if they got an invoice for it, they drop the phone. Yeah. And so it's to be expected. People should realize that you ain't paying for that product or service, that you are that product or service. Yes. And the other thing that I would say is that when you talked about attention span is, people for the longest time say, Converge, you make stuff that's too long, And so we're not looking for an audience. We're building a community. And people in our community, we want people who appreciate things in a longer format. Yes. We want people who appreciate, everybody's welcome, by the way, but it's like, you see our production, we can make anything, but we've stayed the course over the years because this is what we believe in. And when you go to an approach of instead of building viewers, you build a community, it's a slow burn. It's a different burn. But man, these are the people. And that's why when we ring the bell over here, real people actually show up. Real people actually mobilize. And it's that feeling, like you said, imagine the people in the room, is real deal. And as also you see people with lots of numbers, and the engagement don't lie. How you got 1 million followers and 2,000 likes on something or this and
And the children though, some countries have banned social media altogether.
Australia.
Because of the damage that it is doing, to our children and, our adults too. Doing stuff for likes. Oh, you better not be out here doing stuff for likes.
Listen. Big O's IG could be much bigger if I was just doing it for the gram.
Okay, we know that.
Doing it for the people.
Do it for the vine.
I ain't gonna do it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break right now. And when we come back, Monika C. Mathews is going to tell us about self-care. And then actually, I just got to show you the video. You're watching the pop-up. The culture, the music, the conversations that shape Seattle. The pop-up on Converge Media is your daily front row seat to the heartbeat of the Pacific Northwest. From the streets to the studio, we amplify the voices that matter most to you. We're moving the movement starting next Monday, July 20th. Catch the pop-up at our brand new time, live weeknights at 7 p.m. on all Converge platforms. Tap in, don't tap out.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, Broadway's hit musical from Alicia Keys.
Every song, If I Ain't Got You, Empire State of Mind, is all in the show.
Meet Allie, a 17-year-old girl full of fire. Meet the musical mentor who changes her life and her family, who lifts her up. With exhilarating choreography, Hell's Kitchen is all about finding yourself, your purpose, and the people who inspire you. Hell's Kitchen, playing the Paramount Theater July 21st through 26th.
Real ones show up for each other. In the barbershop, at home, in the group chat, we check in. Not just you good, but really good.
Because the health of your friends and family matter, and they need you to check in. Healthy men keep each other safe.
And real ones check in on the ones we love. Because when we tap in, we stay healthy together.
All right, welcome back to the Pop-Up, coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studios here in downtown Seattle. There's a whole lot of chocolate on the set tonight, y'all. It's undeniable. Oh, there it is. Okay, put the wide up. Now they know what I'm talking about.
Catch us acting up, man.
What I'm talking about now. Hello. All right. So, Monika C. Mathews, not to be confused with Monica Mathews. Monika C.
The one.
Mathews, the CEO of QueenCare. First, tell us, what is QueenCare all about? And two, I know you came here to talk to us about self-care. Why is self-care important to you?
Yes. Well, QueenCare is, first of all, thank you for having me. I really appreciate Converge and all of the opportunities that you've afforded us by just putting us out there and exposing us. That has meant a lot to my small business. So thank you and the whole team. QueenCare is an all-natural body care company that focuses on wellness experiences, mind, body, and soul. Our premise is to indulge, engage, and uplift. We want individuals to indulge in self-care practices that really support optimal health. We want people to engage in their community across differences to build stronger, positive communities. So it's not just about one person or one group doing something. It's about all of us coming together. And then we uplift those who are most vulnerable amongst us, and we do that through our work with Life Enrichment Group, nonprofit organization. Self-care, okay? There's so many different definitions of self-care, but where I kind of center it is the fact that self-care is a function of self-love. So the more you love yourself, the more you're going to take the time to do the things that's going to make sure that your mentals is right, that's going to make sure that your soul is straight, and that's going to make sure that your physical is good and that you're, moving towards, optimal health. And so that's what we focus on. And at the end of the day, a lot of times people think that, self-care is just this unattainable thing or this once a month type of, indulgence. And the narrative that I'm really pushing is that you can integrate small moments of care into your life every single day. And when you take the time for yourself, because really it's about the time, right? How many times have we just jumped up and, didn't moisturize our skin, right? Ooh. Or how many, am I in the house?
We haven't.
Man, what's that? Trick question?
I must be in the house. It really is about the time that you take to apply and to take care of yourself. And it signals from you to you that I love you. And guess what? In this world today, we need more love. Mm-hmm. We need to talk about love more openly and show love more openly to each other. Because guess what? If I feel good about myself, it's less likely that I'm going to come step on your toes. But if I'm feeling in the dumps and hating myself or the skin I'm in and all that, then I'm definitely going to step on your toes.
Ooh, there's too many people feeling that way. All right. So, thank you.
Yes.
And also, and Monika will mention this later, she has a retail store right there on 23rd in Jackson and got all the goods up in there, by the way. So the reason why we talked about self-care and what you've now translated into self-love is that you came down here earlier and one, you did something today that nobody has ever done.
Okay, yes.
We shot something there in the green room.
I like that.
And what's supposed to be my self-care day
turned into
Ashley McCurdy's self-care day. And you brought a whole kit back there with some of your 4 favorite things for self-care. We're going to play that video right now.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Ashley.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Well, welcome to Common Commons.
Yes, it is so beautiful, and I am so excited to be here to share 4 of my most favorite self-care tips that cost $0.
Yay,
okay?
I love that.
Let's jump in. The first one is really simple, but sometimes it can be hard, and it is saying no. Like, we overextend ourselves a lot by, saying yes to things that we really need to say no to. So that's my first, number 1 self-care tip. It'll give us a lot more space in our lives when we just say no to the things that don't serve us, or just, checking in with ourselves. Are you tired? You don't have to go. Is it something that you really in your soul are not feeling? Say no.
I love that.
Okay?
No.
So that's number 1, right? That's $0. No. Okay? The second thing that I really love is journaling. And this is actually a gift for you, Ashley, that I brought for you.
I love a journal.
Yes. And you know what? I call it my release.
Okay.
So every night, routines are really important. And every night I like to release into my journal the things from the day that either made me happy, made me mad, sad, glad, because sometimes you're not able to process those emotions with the person. Sometimes it's wise that you don't, verbally say the things that you may want to say, but the journal right here will hold all of that for us.
I love it.
And then it's just releasing it. It's a way for your emotions to, have a place to go. And usually after I vent to my release journal, I'm good,
I love that.
That's the second tip. Thirdly, really, really simple. Get you some towels, some face towels or hand towels at the house. And you're just gonna have some hot water and just douse the towels into the hot water, as hot as you can stand it. And you're literally going to wring the towels out. And obviously the point is to keep it as hot as possible, okay? But obviously we don't want you to burn yourself. Okay, and you literally, I'm just gonna put this on your hands. Okay, now just tell me how that feels.
It's okay.
Good, okay. You're just gonna, okay. And literally, that'll just calm you all the way down. And what you can also do with this is you can put it on your neck. Just right there. And you can have a partner or your kid or whatever, just, just leave it on a couple, so you can leave it on as long as you want. It's just de-stressing you and helping your muscles out a little bit.
I love this.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I never thought about the hot towel method. And
simple.
You take a hot towel, wash your face, things like that, but I never think about just, relaxing with just a hot towel.
Yes. And you can also put it on your face too. So just either have someone hold it down, press it down, or you do it yourself and just relax. You can put it all over. And then lastly, of course, is aromatherapy. One thing about QueenCare products is they're all natural, as you know and love.
I love them so much.
But we've been very intentional about the scents that we chose in our products. They're not just arbitrarily. We chose these scents because they all send signals to our brain to help us calm down and relax and calm our nervous system. So we know that lavender, of course, is a good one for calming. So is lilac and all the rest of them too. So I'm gonna let you smell each one of these. That one there is lilac.
I love that. That's very airy and just clean. I love that one.
This is rose petals here.
This smells very feminine. I love that.
Yes.
I love that one.
This one is cucumber lime.
Oh. This is like very relaxing.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
like
we know
spa-like. This makes me think of a spa.
I
love that.
This here is mango, which I know is one of your favorites.
This is my favorite. I love the mango, and it stays on the body. Well, I know for this one, it stays on the body. It keeps. If you like to smell good,
yes,
that's
you gotta
it.
stay sweet.
Yes.
And then this here is lavender.
See, I love this one because this one is also very calming.
Yes.
And I feel like this would be great, like after a nighttime shower or bath.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You got it. And this is sandalwood. A lot of people sleep on sandalwood, but I love sandalwood. It's more of a woodsy scent, but it's a very calming, grounding.
This is good. Sniff that all night.
Okay. So which one would you like to?
I am gonna go with something different this time.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the rose petal.
All
it's
right.
really good. I like that one.
I love it. So as you know with our products, a little goes a long way.
Yes.
So you're just gonna dab some and you're just gonna literally indulge in the products.
See, one thing I love about your products is, like you said, a little bit goes a long way, and just this alone is it's such a luxurious feeling.
Yes.
Like your products have this very just rich and moisturizing feeling. And I love it. I love it.
I appreciate it.
And it smells so good.
And literally, it already led you to what we're gonna do next. So we're just gonna take 3 deep breaths. Okay, that's gonna really calm you down with the scent. And this is aromatherapy. So yep, just cup your hands and breathe in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there and release. Okay, 2 more times. Breathe in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold and release. Okay, 1 more. Breathe in, really get that oxygen into your lungs and hold it there and release.
Oh, that was nice.
Okay, your face is just calmed all the way down, your whole aura, everything. That's real simple that you can do, right?
Well, thank you, Monica. This was amazing.
So
I have some tips that I'm going to implement every day. That's easy and fun and, simple to do, and I appreciate you.
Aw,
thank
enjoy.
you. Thank you.
That was.
You see with this face? This is the face of a man who got skipped over for self-care. You see, I wanted to be dipping my finger in the stuff too, and
warm towels.
Wasn't your day for that.
You know what happens when I do that? All I smell is hard work, disappointment, and anguish.
You know what? You need to put some of that sandalwood on.
Mangoes.
You're the scent of anguish. You had the wrong cream. You had something that wasn't QueenCare. Oh, stop playing.
Man,
you had that off-brand. See?
Yeah, I ain't got no.
See?
New scent, anguish for men.
So,
you know that new. You know what? That new line. Hey.
Launching this summer. Anguish and disappointment.
You know what? We not. No.
Oh. All right. So, anyway.
You're going to get a blessing for giving Ashley that moment.
I already know. It's all good. Plus I might have been asking you. I'm that person you was talking about. You run out the house and didn't moisture. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want that to get caught on camera.
It's okay. It's on now, and it's okay. This is what we're talking about. We don't have to suffer in silence.
Yeah. I know that's why we got the Vaseline and Care over there. Matter of fact.
See, now you're gonna make me.
No,
Vaseline should not be in this place.
Good. So now we got a moisturizer sponsor. Fantastic.
Yes, we do. You have some in the back. It's in the commons room.
But real quick now, I mean, because that's the first time I've seen you at like conferences and also at pop-ups and things like that. And it's lots of consumers and everything else. This is a one-on-one thing back there.
Yeah, and you know what? This is part of our wellness suite. Like we now offer wellness consultations, one-to-one. We take.
That's like what you just did, huh?
Yes, absolutely. We take our QueenCare spa experience to workplaces now. I mean, that's the thing because we spend a lot of time at work, and work is sometimes a lot of source of, can be, anguish. So we want to make sure that we're feeling good out here, like seriously, and I want to give a shout out to Ashley because I think we should take this show on the road because, she was good. But also I wanted to really show that those are small things that cost $0. I mean, except for the investment in the QueenCare, right? But all it takes, is your time.
Yeah, and the number one thing that was actually number one. It don't cost nothing. Saying no.
Ooh, child. No is the one.
Hey, yeah, man, I stepped my no game all the way up.
All the way.
No.
It took down a lot of stress too, didn't it? Just saying no. I'm not obligated and unapologetically no.
Yeah, no, you been telling people no lately?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Been saying it in multiple languages. No. No.
Not today.
Not today.
All right. No. Well, thank you, Monica. And you good over there?
She's QueenCared out. She's done.
Melted.
Gang. All right, look, we're gonna take a quick break. Conversation continues. You're watching the pop-up.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, Broadway's hit musical from Alicia Keys.
Every song, If I Ain't Got You, Empire State of Mind, it's all in the show.
Meet Allie, a 17-year-old girl full of fire. Meet the musical mentor who changes her life and her family, who lifts her up. With exhilarating choreography, Hell's Kitchen is all about finding yourself, your purpose, and the people who inspire you. Hell's Kitchen, playing the Paramount Theater July 21st through 26th.
The culture, the music, the conversations that shape Seattle. The pop-up on Converge Media is your daily front row seat to the heartbeat of the Pacific Northwest. From the streets to the studio, we amplify the voices that matter most to you. We're moving the movement starting next Monday, July 20th. Catch the pop-up at our brand new time, live weeknights at 7 p.m. on all Converge platforms. Tap in, don't tap out.
Real ones show up for each other. In the barbershop, at home, in the group chat, we check in. Not just you good, but really good.
Because the health of your friends and family matter, and they need you to check in. Healthy men keep each other safe.
And real ones check in on the ones we love. Because when we tap in, we stay healthy together.
Welcome back to the pop-up, coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studios right here in downtown Seattle. Man, this show has moved fast. This is a fast-moving hour.
Too fast. I can't believe an hour went by.
We don't want it to end.
What's
what's
the
after
best
this?
feeling? Well, we got the after party back.
Okay, well, there we go. We got the commons back there.
All right, so man, I got a few questions for you guys. I'll start this one with you first, Kiesha. How do you create safe and healing spaces for Black women?
I think that the meetup type thing that you showed earlier, I try to do that in as many ways as I can. So, for example, this weekend we're having another meetup for Hey Black Seattle, which is called Come By the House. And address is not disclosed to the public because I put it out there, and then I got some comments online about, others who wanted to crash the space that the space is not created for. And immediately my mind goes to, I have to keep us safe. It just cut it. I was like, we're not meeting outside at the park anymore. You got to reach out to me to get entry into the space. it's little things like that where it's like, yeah, I could have just gone forward and just said, maybe it'll be all right. But I'm like, better safe than sorry, because I just want our people to have an opportunity to just not be worried. I can see that sense of relief when they come into a space and it is just us. It's like, okay, you really did hold this line for it to be just us. And so that's one of the things, is being willing to be exclusive about some stuff and not going overboard with being like, oh no, I want to be inclusive and I want everybody. No, everybody got space. We don't have a lot of our spaces. And so somebody got to be the ones to be like, for this, it needs to be just us.
Yeah, no, that's real talk. Monica, and I know in so many different categories, even with your nonprofit, but how do you create safe and healing spaces for Black women?
First, I want to, obviously I am a Black woman, and what is just breaking my heart lately is just seeing all the egregious acts against us as a whole. I mean, from sexual abuse to disrespect to just all of the things that is like targeting Black women. It just really breaks my heart. And the Spa House by QueenCare is one of those spaces that I was really passionate about opening so that we could have a safe space to come and just let our hair down and just heal, like through spa services, through body work. And, trauma lives in our body. All of these traumatic experiences that we're carrying, not just from our own lives, but from our mothers, our grandmothers, all of this generational trauma, we have to have a way to release it. Last year, we started this series, Self-Care for Black Women Entrepreneurs, and it was a 6-week complimentary sessions where I just brought together Black women entrepreneurs, because there's a lot that Black women entrepreneurs go through and that we carry that people don't even see, and I know how heavy it is. And I wanted to just create space for us to just come, learn and get educated, financial literacy, and just all of the things. And so this year we're going to focus on Black women who have experienced institutional harm. And being that I've gone through that, I mean, I've gotten beat down by institutions. And I know I'm not the only one. But again, the suffering in silence is like adding to health problems.
Yes.
Black women are dying, literally. Black women, there's a Black woman right now in the corner somewhere crying.
Absolutely.
With no support. And so that's why the Spa House is really important to me, and creating spaces and circles and, activities, but also our retail location. Women can come in at any time. We can come, we can talk, we can cry, all of those conversations take place right there in the storefront. And, it's just important to me.
Can I offer some advice to entrepreneurs? Because as you were talking, it made me think of something that I do that I don't talk about very much. But it is, in being a person who manages other people, if you are the manager of a Black woman, or if you're directing the work of a Black woman, thinking about how can I make this a humane experience for this person. Women menstruate, for example. It's painful. Do you still ask that woman to push past her limits because we're just so used to Black women picking it up and just moving forward? Like, how do we actually make space for people to be human, for Black women to be human, and make sure that they're okay? Like, there's so much workplace just abuse, but sometimes you can't even see when you're pushing people past things, because as a society, we've gotten so used to just like, no, that's normal. It's normal for you to work through pain. So I think about that in the workplace experiences that I create for Black women.
First of all, thank you for both of you guys for your response there. And man, we talk to a lot of people here, a lot of people, and it's unfortunate that a lot of, especially the things that you touched on, Monica, is so real in our community. And the level of disrespect and disregard and lack of care and concern for Black women, I think that, for most people, for Converge, I always tell people, man, like, we're a platform that's centered around the voice of Black women, and, for years and even now, you know what I'm saying, this has been that space. My daughter, who's now in grad school down at University of Houston, she was one of the core drivers of this platform way back when. You know what I'm saying? And she also had challenges with endometriosis and things like that. So, and for years, so for one, that's always a card over here. It's like, hey man, when it's that time, I be telling people out of office, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And having two daughters, myself, and understanding that journey of as much as I can of black women personally, and my mama, of course, in creating a space. And I think that's one thing that we've tried to do here is the black women who have been on this platform and are still on this platform and in the future will be on this platform, that we use our very best effort, talents, ability, and resources to propel them as high as we can, and also support them and also catch them, if they fall. And the black woman is something so special. And far too often, we don't take time, us as a society, of course, us as black men, but even black women themselves don't take enough time to be like, man, you're phenomenal. Yeah. You are special. You are meaningful, And I think that all of us who are in a position one way or another, man, we owe it to the black women of today, the black women clearly of the past and those to come, to be able to find a way to do our part, to create a little bit of refuge or space, or to be able to help propel them. Or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is black women. We need spaces to be able to lay our burdens down, Like black women are just carrying so much, carrying families, carrying at the job, carrying. And like you said, like we need safety nets. Yeah. For our women, and our girls too, because they're just as abused, and sometimes, we're so silenced because we don't trust, or we don't feel like, we can share or divulge in a way that, is gonna bring a solution, and we just have to focus on our sisterhood, really. I love this woman right here. Like, she is my sister. Ashley, like the women, we are banding together in a way and creating experiences for each other because it's important, and I think that, it does start with us, respecting each other and understanding each other, taking off that cape. We are not superwoman. Like, okay, we got us to this point, but that schema has got to go because we are getting fibroids, cancer, stress-related things at a high rate, black women. I mean, Malcolm X said it back then. Tupac is all talking about, take care of the black woman and this and that and that. And here we are all these decades later still treating the black women in a certain way that's not, conducive to, well-being. Yeah. And we have to just change that.
Right. We have to be mindful, too, taking it back to what we were talking about technology and social media. That is a digital town square, and we have to be mindful of what we're doing to the culture in there in terms of the conversations that people are willing to jump in on related to black women. Sometimes I open those things, and it's just like a stream of bad news, black women murdered, and then it'll be a whole conversation about how black women ain't nothing and how you can't trust. It's just so much like being mindful of what conversations you feed in that space. It might seem like, oh, it's just, somebody's griping about their baby mama. But what are you feeding when you open that phone and you are contributing to the culture of how black women are viewed in this world?
Yeah, hug a black woman today.
Yes.
Wow. I had another question. I still got one for you, but let me get this part out right here, because I'm not even going to ask this question, because I think I got something even better. But I will say this, is that, matter of fact, I'm going to stay in this moment. Kiesha, why do you do what you do?
100% it is because I want the world to be better for the people who are coming after me. I think I look at the work that I do as a part of how I mother. It is very much about, I look at my kid, I look at other people's kids, and I say, this isn't good enough. It isn't good enough for us to live this way, to live this isolated, to live this disconnected from self, from community, to be in these modes of just unhealthy ways of trying to be seen. And so I do this because I really want to do my part in the relay race. It's like our ancestors carried a leg of a relay, and they did a damn good job for the circumstances that they had.
Yes.
And we inherited the fruit of their labor. And it is not my job to sit here and just eat that fruit. My job is to also carry that baton that's got my ancestors' blood all over it and do my leg of the race. And I'm using every skill that I have so that when I hand the baton forward, they actually have something else. They now have fruit from what I did.
Monica, the same question.
That made me real emotional. Like, yeah, that's real. I do this because of my son, Kyle D. Mathews. He is my inspiration, and I would never want to see him, carry himself in a way that said that he didn't love a black woman. Okay, I would never want to see him in the community doing that, and he would never. But I do it for him because I want his world to be better, and I want him to be better than me. But I also do it for myself because I know that this is my purpose. I know why I'm on this earth, and so when things get rough and tough, and they do, I still keep going in this lane because I'm sure about why God put me here.
That's real deal. Man, I really appreciate you guys. We over time in the best way. And a lot of times, man, I just want you to know that I hope that you've felt heard here tonight and seen, and only bring that up because sometimes we get these elected officials in here and I'll be like, look, bro. I mean, jumping in mid-sentence. Okay, now we'll go to the next question. But, it's sometimes we get a feeling that comes in here into the Black Media Matters studio, and we knew before the show started. Huh?
Yeah.
It's like, this is gonna go wherever it goes. So thankful for you. Before we wind down, Kiesha, this is your camera right here. Why don't you tell people everything you want them to know about Hey Black Seattle?
Hey Black Seattle is here to help you navigate through this town, this city, this region, help you find your people. So please go to heyblackseattle.com and search for the things that you need for your Black life and register as a member because that helps us to be able to keep moving the work forward.
All right, good stuff. And now, Monica, it looks like we got a flyer here for you. We're going to put that up there on the screen, and you can tell people all about it.
Yes, that is describing our refresh retreats that can happen right in your office. We're bringing the QueenCare Spa experience to workplaces because that's a lot of times where a lot of the harm happens. So please contact us. But what I really want people to know is that you are worth it. Like, you are worth the time, the energy, the resource, all of it, and you deserve to be well. You deserve to be well. It's your right to be well. And so you're always welcome at QueenCare, 23rd and South Jackson. We are a hub there, and we do offer and promote the Buy Black card, one of the few places in the area where you can get a 20% discount on your purchases and shop with Black businesses in the area. You can visit the Intentionalist for more information about that. But we're serious about sisterhood, and it's not just about women. We're talking about women today, but our men need care just as much as our women, if not more. And it just is my mission to flip the narrative on its head around self-care and what it means. You don't have to be a millionaire or a zillionaire. You don't even have to have $1 in your pocket to take the time to take care of yourself. And I just want us to do that, and the world will be a better place for it.
Yeah, good stuff. Good message today around self-care, and an even bigger message today respect the black woman.
Hey.
Have
Man.
you hugged a black woman today?
Hug a black
All
woman.
right.
Dang.
Keisha B. Free, Monica C. Mathews, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you
Thank
all for
you.
having me.
What a good time.
All right, good stuff. Okay, everybody, we get ready to get out of here, man. Before we do, a reminder, you can go to whereweconverge.com, look for that donate button, support the cause, join our $5 family or the $5,000 family too, you know what I'm saying? Any family, you got any size, you're all welcome here. Help us pay some bills. Beyond that, though, we got to give a big shout out to our producer, Mead Gill, who's put together another fantastic show. Great job, Mead. And, of course, our live director tonight and Converge Media co-founder, Mr. Eric Calligraphy. And we've got our intern in the building today, Dejanay. Yay, I got it right. Okay, all right. So, man, today's my last day for the week. Tomorrow, Eric takes over. All my friends are dope. And I'm out. You'll catch me next Monday at 9 p.m. And until then, actually, next Monday at 7. Hey, wait, I didn't watch the commercials. Next Monday at 7 p.m. And we've got Council President Joy Hollingsworth for the full hour. Until then, go forward in your purpose. Go forward in your humanity. Peace.